Right guys, let's make a very quickish Halloween card. It's going to be very green and purple, but I want to showcase these stencils from Tim Holtz. So I've pre-cut a lot of pieces for the card just to save some time. I've also stamped and die cut my images. So the showcase is going to be these masks, moon masks from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. I've wanted these for the longest time and I finally got them. So what I did, I'm going to do something different with it, but what I actually did is use the largest one, and the largest solid piece is actually the size of the largest Spellbinders circle die of the large set. There's a large and a small set, and the largest of the large is actually the same size as the largest solid moon piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the die cut piece as my moon, as the base, and then I'll use the layer that goes on top on there, and we're going to create this moon filled background. That's the idea anyway. So I'll keep those, obviously I need those. Then the stamp set I've got is the Booyah from Fawn from forever ago, but I dragged this out because I love this. You can basically do a little, almost like a paper doll dress up, but with ghosts. So I'm actually going to use all three, and I'm going to use Ghouls Night Out because I'm actually going on a girls' night out very soon. So I thought this would be very cool just to have some fun with. And I actually had the dies. I don't often have them anymore because I have my scan and cut, but I happen to have them for this one, so I use those. And you do get a slightly different look, but it takes longer, I think, to do it that way. But do what works for you. You can even hand cut them out because they're not difficult images. And then I also use the small scallop. So there's a large and small coordinating scallops for the circle dies from Spellbinders, and I used the largest of the small set to go behind my circle. And then I also recut the main circle that we're going to use, and I in black cardstock, and then used the Lawn Fawn Spooky Fence, I think that's what it's called, yeah, Spooky Fence border, to create just a bit of a backdrop with the moon in the background, if that makes sense. You'll see it come together, so hopefully it'll be okay. So let's start with, this is my main piece, and this is just a mixed media cardstock from W.H. Smith. So it's nice cardstock, so I thought I'd use that. And I'm going to temporarily adhere it, if I can find it. Just to the glass mat, just so that it doesn't move around too much. Just makes it a little easier when you're blending. So this is essentially the same size. Let me take these out. As what will be the mask. So if you were using this on a card, and I'll showcase this, you know, as it's meant, you could temporarily adhere this to your cardstock and then ink your sky around it, and then when you take this off you can then create with some other inks a bit of a backdrop, and then you have this other piece that will create some texture of the moon. Now, like I say, that's pretty much that same size. I was very excited about this. So two of the stencils actually work with the Spellbinders circle dies pretty perfectly. So that's the same size. So I'm taking this as my moon, and I will layer up some colour on that, and then we're going to layer a darker colour on the top of that. How easy is that? So I'm going to use the Twisted Citron for this, and if I can find my little doobie what's it, and just a blending brush. Now my fence is going to come up from about there, so I don't have to ink this bit, but I'm probably just going to ink the whole thing. Yeah, We're just going to ink the whole thing. And just get it on. Get it on. That sounds wrong. Get your ink on. And so a nice big circle. And this mixed media cardstock takes the distress ink really, really nicely. So a nice base of Twisted Citron along with some cat hair, because you know that's always helpful. Nice. And then what I'm going to do is give it a bit of a oh no, let's ink first. So then what I'm going to do is just go around the edge here, just so that we don't have any of this ink transferring. This is the lighter colour, so it's not going to actually make that much difference, to be fair. But there's a bug on me. Right. Then we're going to take this one and just decide where we want the pattern of the moon. So I think I'm going to have most of it up there. There's a sort of less there, if that makes sense. So you could do it like that, but I think because of the way I'm doing this, if that was the whole moon, you could do it any way you want. But I'm going to use the more solid, put the more solid area at the bottom here. And I think I will tape this down. Just helps. So do you see how perfectly that fits over that? I was ridiculously excited when I saw that. Like children. Anyway, now I'm going to take Mowed Lawn Distress ink, and we're just simply going to ink over the top of these areas. Doesn't have to be perfect, because we're also going to spritz. You've got to get your spritz on. Nice. Oh, sorry. I will clean that later. And then, doesn't that look cool? I just think this is so cool. Instant moon. Right. I am going to spritz, because that will also give the moon more, you know, look more like a moon, if that makes sense. But that's kind of taken most of my ink off, so that's not helpful. Just going to put this back on here. And just define that again. And also by doing this, you the white of it doesn't look so stark white, if that makes sense. So that just gives it a nice little look. Oh, actually, while I've got this here, just get rid of the water. Just hair dry it. Not hair dry it. You know what I mean. Don't use a blow dryer, guys, it ain't gonna work. I mean, it will for that, but anyway. So I want to get my sentiment on here, but I don't know if it's gonna curl enough to go around there, so I may just do a strip of cardstock. I might have to do that, because I wanted it to curve around here, but it's kind of, it's not, the curve is too much, if that makes sense. So it's I don't think it's going to work. So we'll do a strip and that'll be fine. So now we've got that. let's start sticking stuff together. So let's get some glue, if it'll let me. So let's get this on. And then we just start building our scene. And because this round fence that I've created, or like the ground, because it's the same size as the circle die, it will just fit in there perfectly. So I think what I might do now is actually get it on this piece. So this is the scallop circle, if my adhesive will let me. And let's see, so this size you'll just have a little bit of a scallop hanging out. If I used the large from the large set, largest one from the large set, there'd be more of a scallop, if that makes any sense. There's my moony background. It's kind of like the moon's rising, you know, in my head. Right, we'll do those in a minute. So what I want to do now is start putting together these little guys. So I have a little vampire, and I hope you guys can see this okay. I have a little vamp. Let me zoom you in a bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. And all these pieces and stamped images are all in the stamp set. And like I say, it's like paper doll dress up. It's so cute. Look, vamp. And there are even little wings. Is this not the cutest thing ever? And I'm just going to apologise in advance if you can hear my neighbour. She's very loud. So yeah, apologies. Apologies. Hopefully you can't, but you never know until you edit a video who's in the background and what's in the background. Anyway, so there's my little vamp. And again, like I have been doing recently, I do very easy colouring for things like this. If I have more time, I will for sure do, you know, better colouring, because colouring can be a therapeutic, very therapeutic, can't talk, thing. And I do think it's good for everybody to find that way of expressing and getting your emotions out. I think it's just good. It helps ground you. So there's my little Frankie. I'm going to call her Frankie. It's a song there, isn't there? Yep. You're all singing it now. And then my witchy. Oh, I love her. My witchy. And her little broom. I mean, hello. I might wait for her broom just because I have an idea where these guys are going to go. Now I'm going to stick, no. Yeah, because I think she's going to be... Oh yeah, the broom can go this side. Right, okay. Anyway, waffle. Oh, unless I do it like this. Like she's flying on it. That'd be cute. Why not? A ghost that's flying on a broom. Who knows where my brain goes, right? So let's get the sentiment stamps and then we can actually put everything together. So I think I'm going to just use let me try, because I really want this to work around here. Let me try and get this to work. Where is my sentiment? Oh. So I've got my block on top of the piece I want to have this go round. I'm just going to gently somewhat curve it. I might be able to get it to work. Oh, do you know what? I think that's going to work. Yay! Oh, I thought I'd have to stamp it on something else and then cut something else out. Oh, don't you love it when a plan comes together? I do. So much better. Oh, let's hope. Oh yeah, I did put it somewhat straight. Yes. Oh, that didn't stamp very well. Well, we're gonna go with it. I got a pen. School's night out. Let's just fix this. See, got too excited there. Anyway, perfect. Enough. Yes. Right, so I'm going to start with the card base now. Put that to one side just for a second. So my card base is bigger than normal. So this is actually a 5x5 card. So this is 10 inches by 5 and then scored at 5. And then I have some pieces here and I cannot remember what size they are. So this black piece is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then this piece is 4 by 4, and then I just kind of work that back from my circles and stuff. So just get these on. Crash. And my camera's gonna die, but not yet. Not yet, not yet. Don't go, don't go. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Ooh. And sort of straightish. Somewhat centered. Yeah, just say, yeah, it's straight. And this is some Simon adhesive, dot adhesive. Came in one of the kits, and I ran out of my other one mid-flow in another video, and it came in real handy. Oh, this green piece is not 4 by 4, it's 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, so you've got a small black border around there. Yum. And then that baby's gonna sit there. So cute. Oops. Gosh, I'm like the new girl when I'm using a tape runner. Right, so line this up somewhat straight. For this I would go with the sentiment being straightish, or like how you want it. That's not in the middle. Yeah. Good enough. Right, and then for these guys, I'm going to pop them up because I can. And why not? Right, so I have giant foam thingies. They're just the ones I have. And I will put a couple on each, I think. Like so. And then I do want to cut this down. Oh, I just chucked that in the ink. Just want to cut these down a little so that I can add some of the smaller pieces to, like the broom. Just stabilizes that part of the little thing. Will they fit on his wings? I'm going to have to cut these in half again. So the nice thing about foam is that you can just, if you've got it either bigger blocks of foam adhesive, you can either cut it smaller, or you can, if it's on a, like foam on a, what am I trying to say, on a rope, foam on a rope, foam on a roll, you can then also cut that smaller, and that makes it more economical as well. So anyway, waffling. Will this come off? Thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling that's sticking out a bit, but it's alright. Get off. Right, so I want this one. She's the main lady, main witchy woo, in the center. Beautiful. And then I want these guys to kind of be coming up from underneath, sort of thing. And she might, does she need to move over a bit? No, maybe not. Just trying to get this positioned. It's got the broom. I did the broom in a different place, so but they're all at different heights, so that should work, shouldn't it? So there you go, guys. I mean, it was easy to put together, very easy to put together. Just, you know, lots of layers. Shopped my stash for different companies. You know, I've got Fawn, I've got Spellbinders. Awesome, you know. So shop your stash. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying the sort of live, not live videos where I'm just waffling through them and hopefully teaching you something. Yeah, don't forget to check back for the next one. If I haven't, I think I said it in one of my previous videos. Seeing as we've hit October, I'm now going to just do Halloween and fall, everything. So anyway, until next time, guys, have a great day. Happy Halloween, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.